Good morning, everyone. It's Ryan here, and today is day four. It's morning, it's about 10 a.m. here in New Jersey. It's Monday, 24th of May, and it's day four of the 100 Day series. And today is a rethink day, right? Like I said last week. However, I'm going to announce a format change. Um, It's this format change is pretty minor. Sundays are still going to be a day where I share on my faith, and it's just that Monday to Wednesday will no longer be just split into two sections, but it's going to be Monday rethink, Tuesday Tuesday develop, Wednesday rethink, Thursday develop, Friday rethink, Saturday develop. Now the development topics could be developing on things rethink. I'll try to link them together because that's the best way to go about things, and I think it'll help me and you. And also, um, the development could be something that doesn't have rethink. For example, developing phys- physical strength, right? Um, as such as a small announcement that I want to make with you guys. Today's topic will be mainly focused on the the inheritance and culture. Let me turn my mic up. Okay. So inheritance and culture. Um, so today is really where I start my own internship days, where I think on what I. So this is something where I thought about what I did during the weekend. Um, so last today's Monday. So on Saturday, 2 days ago, for dinner, my whole family we got invited to this Taiwanese chef's home in Somerville, so about 40 minutes from where I am. And I thought he was a very fascinating guy. I think he's a retired chef. I mean, he can still cook, but I don't think, no, I think he still works. He's about 76 years old, and he looks, a bit younger. He looks about 70, so that's pretty good. So we met him. He invited us over, and we finally met him for the second time. But this time we could actually sit down and meet him. He's a Taiwanese person, but he has spent a lot of working time traveling and cooking in mainland China as well in Taiwan. So he knows a lot. He has a vast, lots of knowledge regarding cooking. And I guess life as well, and that's something that he shared because he's 76 years old. He's gone through so many experiences, and he did share them with me, and I can share some of it which with you guys too. So he's very experienced in the restaurant industry. I think he's a restaurateur, if not only a chef. So we heard him introduce himself and his family. He's from Taipei. The food there is, I guess, a bit different, as you can say. So it's very interesting his experiences, and he's actually a great grandfather too. So he's married and he has four kids, and they're all pretty old too. They're like 50, low 50s, high 40s. And those kids, his kids, they have grandkids. So he's a grandpa, and then those kids have their own kids. So he's a great grandfather now, right? Um, and we thought that was insane because I've never really met someone that has like who's a great grandfather or great grandmother, right? But what's insane is that his parents are still alive. So he's 76. His parents are still alive, probably in like their 90s or hundreds or something. And that's pretty insane because that means that his parents are great grandparents, right? You know, their great grandkids can say, "Oh, I have a great grandparent." That's insane. They're very lucky. So he holds the his experiences. He cherishes them a lot, and he's very willing to share about them to me, my two younger siblings. I have a younger brother and a younger sister, both 4 years apart. Because he wants us to succeed also, right? It's not just about him, but he wants the whole community to succeed, just like we just like I, just like we all do. Um, so it's very fascinating to hear him. And something that's the topic of today and what he mentioned a lot was inheritance and culture, right? So we were at his home. This was over a meal and a bit after. We received his wisdom and his food that he cooked. About if you guys don't know, the Taiwanese foods they have like it translates like oyster omelet, right? It was pretty good, and it's pretty authentic. And although the oysters are a bit different here than in Asia, and we also had some cool beef noodle soup, right? The beef was very tender, and the noodle texture and the broth was very good. Um, but anyways, I digress. So his wisdom centered around the inheritance and culture, right? Um, and that is something that I wanted to bring up first because that's also something that I hold dearly as well, right? That I believe that it's important for us to retain to our old values, right? Um, our values that defines who we are as a family or who we are as a people, right? For example, I have many friends, born in the USA like me, and they don't know how to speak um, Chinese, right, or their own whatever their own mother language is. They try too hard to try to fit in into the outside world, basically, and it's fun and it's good to fit in, but not when it comes at a cost of your own culture, right? And there's no inheritance whatsoever, right? You can't cook the foods that your family did, right? And it might sound a bit crazy that you need to know that, but to me, I think that's something that you do need to know, right? As for me, I'm Chinese, so you need to know like some Chinese customs and culture as well. You shouldn't try to stop. You shouldn't try to start to pull away from that because that's not gonna do you any good. It's what makes you and us unique, right? So I think it's important to not forget our own culture and our own people. Because when that happens, you try to be so similar and you're not unique anymore. There's no inheritance, right? And that makes it worse with the current culture on the internet, where it's very mono, it's very one thing, it's very um, meta, right? Things on the internet, they're super trendy and stuff, and that won't really do you any good. It won't really do anyone any good. So, the old Tony chef, explained the importance of listening to your parents, taking the time with your family and your people to learn what things can be passed down to you, right? I think this saying, just like a chip off the old block, really applies here. Okay. It was really interesting to hear his different perspectives on things as well and how to not conform with the world, right? Because, you know, just like yesterday I said, I'm a Christian, right? So, and Jesus said, don't conform with the world, right? Receive the inheritance, receive the wisdom. That's something I hold really dearly, and I'll expand on that in future videos. So, thank you all today for listening. Did I miss anything? I think so. So tomorrow will be a development day. I'm still deciding on what tomorrow's video will be on. Hopefully, it'll be related to this. But if not, you guys will know soon. Yeah, so feel free to subscribe and like and comment and keep in touch. Okay. And that's it for today. See you guys tomorrow for day 5.